Okay, so we're going to solve this 3-variable system of equations, and what we've done so far is we broke these down into fractions using Cramer's rule. We made our coefficient of matrix, or sorry, our coefficient matrix here, A, and our other matrices here. There's a video on my YouTube channel going through and actually doing this by hand. But the whole purpose of this is to help you guys use your new fancy Nspire software. So this stuff. So this calculator is what's called document driven, meaning that like everything you do here can be saved to different documents. So we can make you can make a whole like folder of chapter 3 stuff, and that's a document. You can do one for chapter 4 stuff, and everything you do, even like 2 times 2, that all stays within that document. Well, the very first thing we want to do is, it says press menu, so we're going to press menu. And it gives us these options, right? So we're going to add a calculator. Now some of you may already have, back out of there. Some of you may already have the option, there we go. Some of you may already have like your calculator loaded, and that's fine. You don't necessarily need to start a new document for this. But just make sure we have this screen. So does everybody have this? So what do we need to calculate? What do we need to calculate in this?
The determinant.
The determinants. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our menu button, and we're going to select option 7, which is matrix and vector. And what do you think we're going to choose?
Determinant.
3, we're going to choose determinant. And it has DET. So this tells us we're going to find the determinant of, well now we actually have to write the of. We have to write that matrix. So I go back to my matrix menu, so I hit menu again, go back to option 7 for matrix and vector, and now I hit option 1, create a matrix. So it gives me more options. Again, I want to create a matrix. And so it gives me rows and columns. So our matrix is what by what?
3 by 3.
3 by 3. So that's 3 rows by 3 columns. So I hit OK.
That's so cool.
Now I have this. I'm going to put my keyboard down so I can just hit tab. Right? So now my first matrix, A, is this, right?
Yeah.
So it's -1, 1. So I'm going to do -1, 1, 1.
Wow.
Then I'm going to do 4, -1, 4. 4, -1, 4. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, -1. 1, 2, -1. Everything's all entered and pretty. So I hit enter, and it gives me this. 24. So what is the determinant of matrix A? 24. So that means that all these denominators down here are going to be 24. How simple is that?
Oh my god.
Pretty simple. So now I can do the same thing. Whoops. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to do menu, matrix, and I have to choose determinant first. Then I go back and I can actually put in my matrix. So again, 7, create my matrix. We're going to have another 3 by 3. 3 by 3. There we go. Now, this is solving for x. So which row am I, or sorry, which column am I going to replace?
The first one.
The first one. So that means that my last 2 columns are going to stay the same. Which works great if you have poor short-term memory like me. So now I flip back. My first column is now
-3, 14.
good, -3, -14, 9. So I'm going to have negative 3, negative 14, positive 9, and positive 9. Oh, nice thing about that, see how I just tab on the keyboard? Your calculators do have a tab function, a tab button right there. Works the exact same way. You can hit tab and it just goes right across. Hit enter. 24! Which matrix was that for?
X.
X, the numerator for X. So that means it's 24 divided by 24, which is?
1.
Another whole number. Boring. But yes, that is it. So now I find Y. Again, menu, determinant, menu, matrix, create, whoops, create, matrix, 3 by 3. And for those of you with a calculator, you're probably finding out it's a lot easier to do on a calculator than it is on this keyboard. So my new matrix for my Y is negative 1, negative 3, 1. So negative 1, negative 3, 1. 4, negative 14, 4. 4, negative 14, 4. And 1, 9, negative 1. Hit enter. 48! So that equals 48. So what's Y equal? 2. Alright, so I put in my last matrix. What do I choose first? What option? Menu, then what? 7. Matrix, then what?
1.
No.
3.
3. Have to choose your determinant first. Always put in that determinant button. Now I do matrix create. Create my matrix. So it's another 3 by 3. And so now I get negative 1, 1, negative 3, 4, negative 1, negative 14, 1, 2, 9. Answer, negative 96. Negative 96 on my numerator, 24 in my denominator. What's my answer? Negative 4. So my solution is 1, 2, negative 4. How can we check?
Plug it back in.
Plug it back in. So, how do we feel about that?
Much easier on the calculator.
So it's much quicker in the calculator. We don't have to find the determinants. So, you guys can check out this video anytime you want on the YouTube channel Noodle.